Director Alex Garland currently has Annihilation in theaters and got critical acclaim for his first movie, Ex Machina. But according to Carl Urban, his first film might actually have been Dredd. That movie was credited to a different director by the name of Pete Travis. But according to Carl Urban, most of the movie actually, in reality, got directed by Alex Garland. Now that's bold talk from a guy like Carl Urban, because you're basically saying, yeah, this Travis guy, he didn't really do it.
Yeah, and then you have to wonder why? Why bring it up so many? How many years was that? Like a 2012?
Yeah,
movie?
that's
quite a while
2012.
Ago. Yeah, and so you wonder what's the benefit, I guess. I mean, I guess if you think that this other guy deserves the credit, but there's really no way to prove it. Now, I didn't finish watching Dredd. Did it have the feel of Ex Machina or Annihilation?
Dredd might be one of the most violent movies I've ever seen. Like,
I only watched the first 20 minutes on a plane and it was violent.
It is a symphony of gore. Now, look, yes, I get it. A lot of people compare it to The Raid, right? The Raid Redemption. It is a similar story, but it's its own thing. I really like Dredd. I'm gonna be cynical and say that I think that this is Urban, who's long pushed for another movie to get made. I think he's pushing people to renew their interest in Dredd by riding on the coattails of Alex Garland's, kind of acclaim around Annihilation and Ex Machina to get more interest in Dredd going again. I don't really see that much of Garland's filmmaking in this. However, according to an LA Times story in 2011, they had reported at the time that Travis had been kind of pushed out of the editing room, and Garland came in and did most of the editing, and at one point allegedly had been pushing for a co-director credit. So there could be something to this, and a lot of filmmakers will tell you that a movie comes together in the editing room as much as anything, as opposed to doing it on set, right? So maybe there's something to that, and it does sound like an unusual collaboration. In fact, later, they did go on to both say, yeah, this was a great collaboration. We worked closely together. We both had creative input. So maybe there is some of that going on. Yeah. It does make me think, there are other stories where directors, like who is credited as the director is not actually the director. So Tombstone, for instance, is really kind of de facto directed by Kurt Russell because of the Clint Eastwood rule, which means that a lead actor can't take over as director, which is what Eastwood did on Outlaw Josie Wales. The original director of Tombstone had been fired, and Kurt Russell had kind of stepped in, but couldn't take credit, so they had to bring in somebody else, and they had like a shorthand that, anyway. So who knows what really happened. But if you're interested in another Dredd, let us know on Facebook or Twitter how much you'd like to see another Dredd movie.